Hello and welcome back. My name is Judith Brusson and I am an ESOL teacher at the Howard School. I am also the content demonstration teacher for secondary grades ESOL. And I am so happy you guys are back. So today we're going to talk about something that if we have been here at Hamilton County for a while, we know. The fact that our students hate, detest to talk during their WIDA exams. Um, some of them, and I'm going to show you some data in just a little bit, they do so well in writing, in reading, in listening, but when it comes to speaking, um, they just don't perform well at all. And that's hindering them from exiting the program or showing their true potential to us. So, we're going to talk about that a little bit, and we're going to talk also about how to help them overcome that fear. It is a fear, by the way. I have some students. I mentioned before that I teach. This year, I'm teaching beginners, low beginners. They were newcomers last year, and I also have a class of intermediate and a class of seniors, which mix levels because it's a capstone class, so it's not the ESL service time. This one is to help them actually graduate with their senior project. So when I was going over their WIDA scores for last year, and yes, we were one of the schools that finished the testing for mostly every single student. I think that we did like 99% of our students were tested. Uh, this year, when I was looking at the scores, I realized how afraid these students are of speaking. And when I gave them some of the activities that I usually give to my students, I could see the apprehension in their faces, and many of them refused to actually complete the activities. So today we're going to just see how we can help them overcome this obstacle that they have in their own brains. It's truly not that it's not impossible. We know that. We have proven it with other students. It's just that we need to help our students overcome this obstacle that they have actually placed on themselves. And I'm going to I'm going to talk about Canvas and one of the features that it has embedded that can help us with that. Okay, so let's go ahead. First, I'm going to share some of the data. I want you to see what I have discovered in some of the students. And then after that, I am going to go into my Canvas and actually show you some of the activity that I have already developed with my students, and also in case that you haven't been able to explore much of Canvas, how is it that you can also create these activities to assist the students with this huddle. So, as I mentioned before, I'm going to share some of our students' data. I have blocked out their personal information. You can see their first names, but that's about it. All I want you to concentrate on is on their scores for the last access exam that our students took last year between the months of February and March. Some of them are long-term ELLs. I think most of them are. One is in between. She's actually only been here for 4 years, so not such a long time ELL. But anyways, I would really want you to see the data that I've been looking at with some of my students. So let's go ahead and look at Hema first. Okay, as you notice, it's not tremendously high, but this student has been here for only for 4 years. But the lower score, she has 2. She has reading and she has also speaking as the 2 lower scores. She was in my caseload for a little bit, but she's no longer in my caseload this year because, as I said, as I have mentioned, I'm only teaching beginners, low beginners that were newcomers last year, and obviously Hema is definitely not a low beginner. because she's been here way longer than that. So she was transferred to an appropriate level that will actually serve her much better. But anyways, I'm rambling and I apologize for that. But you can see that even though she's doing really, quite well with listening, at least way better than with speaking, it is something that they are afraid of. And Hema is a 10th grader, as I mentioned before, and she came in 2016 to, I don't know, one of the middle schools. Okay, so here we have Chris. He is a long-term ELL. I think Chris has been an ESL student since he entered kindergarten. He's definitely been there an ELL since August 2008. Now, Chris is a senior this year, and he is in my capstone class. So I'm not serving him as an ESL teacher. Also, once an ESL teacher, always an ESL teacher. But I just met him for the first time this year, a few weeks ago. And as you notice, he does pretty well almost in every single area except speaking and reading, something that many of them have in common. So something that for us to kind of pay attention to. Here we have Nada. Just like Chris, Nada has been here since 2008. I think since she was in kindergarten. And again, look at her scores. She scores really good in almost everything except speaking. Again, some of the activities that I did, I have noticed that these seniors are terrified of speaking to anyone, especially to the microphone. So something that we're going to be working on this year, definitely. And this one is Rafael. Rafael is also another senior, and he's also been here since 2008. And again, look at those scores. I mean, a 6 on listening, for goodness sake, 5.1 for reading, but 1.9 in speaking. Again, so something that we need to concentrate on, at least I'm planning to concentrate on more this year with my low beginners, but also with these seniors. See if I can help them overcome their fear of speaking to the microphone, because they speak well between themselves. Or academically, how to explain things. So let's go ahead and look at the last one. This one is Victor, and he is a 9th grader. So he's joining us for the first time this year. And again, he has been an ELL student for the last 9 years, since August 2011. So I don't know, maybe he was in 5th grade, kindergarten, I don't know, I haven't done the math. And we don't have more data because they did not finish all their testing. So because they didn't finish their testing, we don't really have the complete picture. But here are some of the students, okay? So let's go ahead and listen to some of them.
Hello, my name is Dulce. I'm a 9th grader. I go to Howard High School. My friend's Joel.
Okay, so in this activity, the students were asked, this is my 9th grade class, which I no longer have, and these are intermediate. These are the kids that are rising up from middle school. So that means that they should be able to develop their answers a little more. So this specific student has been here since 2011. And he was asked to introduce himself and also to introduce a friend, and that was all he was able to give me. Let's go ahead and listen to another student. I'm trying to block their names there with my. So this one over here is actually a low beginner. He was a newcomer last year, and it's a good thing that he has a mask on. Okay, so let's listen.
Hello. My name is Fernando. I am 10th grade. I am from Guatemala. I like to play soccer.
4 minutes, and I don't hear you.
And this is my friend Maria. She is from Mexico. She likes watch TV.
So you can see the difference between those long-term ELLs to this low beginner that's been here for only a year or so. He came to Howard last August in 2019. I met him around that time. So we can see how it's something that we really need to work towards with our long-term ELLs. So let me see if I can find the other one. This is a 12th grader, and they were given a complete different activity. They were actually needed to tell me to give me a sequence of something that they did in a sequence. I just asked them, just to explain how you make tortillas or how you get up in the morning. I just wanted to hear them, okay? See what they were able to give me, and this is what he gave me.
Waking up in the morning and brushing my teeth, eating breakfast, go outside, go for a walk, going to a friend's house, go to the park and hang out, and go to the mall, then go back home and play some video games, and then go out to eat with family, and then going back home, brush my teeth, and go to sleep.
And you can see how much he's struggling with the activity, which again, here it is. It was explain a sequence. That was all I asked them to do. And then I told them, you can explain the life cycle. You can explain making tortillas, building a taco. I even told them orally, you can explain your morning routine or any type of routine that you want to talk to us about. I just want to hear what you are able of doing orally. And again, he was not able to give me sequence words, and he was not able to give me complete sentences. He sort of jumped from here to there. He didn't know how to stay focused on one specific theme or subject or topic. So how do we build these sort of activities to help our students develop their speaking ability academically? We know that they're more than capable of speaking with their friends. So socially is truly not a big issue. So the issue is academically, right? And especially for my seniors, they're going to have a senior presentation at the end of the year, so they need to practice towards that. So here I am in one of my Canvas courses. So let me just go home here and build a new assignment. So here, this is for this week, beginning tomorrow, where my students will find their daily question this is the DUNA, right, for my classes. So I'm just going to go ahead and build a new assignment over here. Explain photosynthesis. Let's see. Okay, there you go. And I'm just going to go ahead and from now publish it so that I don't forget when we come back. So click on the assignment. We all know how to build assignments already. I'm just going to go ahead and edit it. And I already said, explain photosynthesis. So I'm going to say, explain the process of photosynthesis in at least 4 sentences. Photosynthesis in at least, and you have to tell them specifically what you want. Otherwise, they were just going to give you 3 words, okay? So using nothing. Okay, so here is where you make it that is have to be a recording. Okay, so when you here on the submission type, you're going to say that it's going to be online, and you're going to say that it's going to be a media recording. And then over here, you're going to decide whether you want them to do it a limited amount of time or it's an unlimited amount of time. And then down here, you're going to decide whether there is a due date or it is just open until whenever they do it. It's totally up to you. I usually just give them a limited of 3 times so that they have enough time. They can listen to themselves once. If they don't like it, they can do it one more time. They can listen to themselves again, and if they don't like it, so they have a third time to actually do it, right? Because I mean, we do need that. Although Access Exam does not give you that, so eventually I'm going to limit it to where they don't have more. They can only do it on one take because I want them to practice towards that. So I'm going to go to the student view so that you can see it. And right here, explain photosynthesis. So the student is going to click on that, and then the student is going to click on the submit assignment, and then they're just going to click here on record. So they have to allow it. Hopefully you know how to fix it if they actually block it, because they can block it, okay? And I learned that the hard way, how to go back and make sure that then they have they can actually I can actually unblock it so that they can do the recording. So you see that my recording is going on. After that, the student is just going to start the recording. So he's going to explain photosynthesis, how the plants convert sunlight into food. And then they're going to finish it, and it's going to take a few minutes. Just remember that, because the first time I was really I didn't know what happened because it was nothing was happening. Okay, so just tell your students, hold on, it's going to take a few minutes. Just click on save, and then eventually it's going to tell them to there it is, and then they can just go ahead and submit the assignment. And you notice it's really simple, but it's a way for the students to practice talking to the computer, explaining something that they have been asked. And then go over it with them, okay? Tell them, okay, so you did this and this and this correctly. However, this is what I was looking for, and I didn't hear it from you. You can redo it again, or we will continue practice. So let your class know exactly, or your students know exactly how they did and what is that you expect from them, so that next time it gets better. So here it is. And with this, I have reached the end of this video. If you think I went too fast, please just let me know. I love to get emails from you, comments or suggestions, okay? And thank you for watching the videos, and thank you for liking them as well. Have a nice rest of your day.